The week with Mary's Dreamtime messages. Today, the week is going to be starting the 22nd of March and running through until the 28th of March. Last week we pulled the 2 cards out. I am advancing with Dingo and I am dreaming with Barramundi. So I hope you were able to find some important pieces and putting together the puzzle of those 2 animals together and what they were bringing out, and showing you the dingo was helping us to bring out our instincts and mastering our instincts more, because we can actually advance ourselves very quickly when we have access to when we have access and understanding and listening on a deeper level about our instincts. And I am dreaming with Barramundi is to do with finding some clarity, to do with the family circle and how that is helping you to advance yourself during this time. So it's really important to tune into your instincts and what makes you happy. So before we go into the cards, you know we do this every week. If you've been following me for some time, we do the most popular and the most and the newest painting to hit the store. The most popular painting this week was the Blue Wren Activating Heart, and so this one is, has some really beautiful colours that pop. And the metallic colours, so I'm not really sure if I do a close-up, I'm not really sure if you're going to be able to see them, but yeah, this one helps you. You can use this one in meditation to help activate the heart, and you can read up more about the story on this one, which will be on my homepage at dreamsofcreation.com. This one was the most popular painting, as I recently whipped this one up, so kind of just put it online out of as a surprise. So check that one out on my online store. And the latest painting to hit the store, which I don't have actually a postcard or anything at this point in time because it's a brand new listing, and this one was this one was specially made for a customer. So that one was with the budgerigars and with the desert pea. So those ones, you'll be able to find that one on my homepage as well, because I'm now just bringing that one out in canvas prints. So check that one out. And the story is roughly to do, and in general, just a quick overview, is roughly to helping us to come out of a hopeless feeling. And how we can come out of a hopeless feeling is focusing more on the colours that you can bring to life through a creative project or something that's bringing more colour into your life, and using that as a tool to lift your feelings out of this hopelessness. So it could be colouring in, it could be any kind of creative project, but just go check that one out. You may find that you resonate really well with that one. It's got the Australian native flowers in it, and also, linked to depression and other kinds of feelings that we may be feeling during this time, coming out of Christmas and all the gatherings that we had to, all the big gatherings that we couldn't go to, or that tend to bring up certain emotions at those times of the year. But let's get to the Dreamtime card deck. We've been using this, I've been giving you guys readings since 2017. So we're now in 2021, and so the card deck was designed to give us spiritual guidance during troubled times and uncertainty. So if you've got yours, you know your one comes in a box and you've got your 85-page booklet and 33 glossy cards. The famous white cockatoos on the back and your Australian animals on the front. Remember, I was letting you guys know that, you know, to register your interest in wanting to get a pack of these cards. I'm going to be having 2 new animals when the next ones arrive. And so it's a good idea to register your interest so I know and that I can email you straight away as soon as they come in. So, you know, and also last week I mentioned about some incense. You can use incense at the beginning or at the end of each time you're using these, so you can bring your cards back to neutral and you can get the most, you know, accurate guidance for yourself. And I do this every time, you know, when I'm beginning. So incense is good, or some dried eucalyptus leaves, and soon I will share with you some incense that's really good in using for that purpose. And I'll also show you a bit more. I might even do, comment down below if you'd like me to do a video just basically on eucalyptus leaves and incense, and I will share with you some really nice ones that you may love too. So I'm pretty choosy to do with incense and also to do with the leaves that I use. So, and I only ever get the leaves that have been dropped on the ground, or if there's been lightning that struck a tree. Sometimes I'm pretty lucky and I find a tree that has been struck by lightning. So, which is what the last lot of leaves I was lucky enough to get from a tree that got struck by lightning. So now let's well, I'm just going to shuffle the cards. So yeah, don't forget to comment below if you'd like me to do a video on that, and you know, that may help you giving you some more, like, geez, this one actually just popped out. You know, in the Dreamtime card deck, you'll find that I have, you know, the camel. I put the camel and the horse because this relates to the First Fleet, and so I was just giving a bit of history for anyone that was not aware of the background to do with how the camel and the horse arrived. So in the Dreamtime card deck there is the camel and the horse. So, and I find you know, the camel is the largest population in Australia. That is actually in the whole entire world. Australia has the largest population of camels. So I'm going to share this one with you because it popped out of the deck, and it's letting us know that we need to be trusting at this time, and it's telling us to give that you need to give yourself some strength to keep going with your goals and trust that you will reach the end result regardless of any challenges that are coming your way. So that's the first one that popped out this week. I remember basically last week with the first card flew out was Dingo. Remember that one as well. So you know, the and this is an interesting fact that you might not know about, that the camel was actually painted in India. So you know, that's basically the Afghanistan is where the Asian country where the in the 1700s is when the camel first arrived on the First Fleet. So let's have a look. Number 11, and what the hang on a minute. So I've got missing pages because I've been using this deck about 2 times every week since 2017. So the card decks will probably last, you know, at least 3 years, but I would also recommend in getting a new one every 2 or 3 years, just so, you know, it just keeps your deck nice and new and functioning properly, because mine is, you know, pretty old now, and so it's been wearing, and that's why we need new card decks now. So just be patient. the camel, the purpose of the camel is to show you the great inner strength that you have inside of yourself. And the guidance is telling us that to do with the camel is you can turn any challenge you're having right now into an opportunity, so you can further strengthen your position and dreams. So if you're having any kind of struggles during this time, make sure that you use that as an opportunity to keep pushing through your goals, okay? So the action step this week that you need to take to do with the camel is to believe in yourself during any times of challenge that are coming your way. Now is not the time to give up. Continue on your quest to fulfill your dreams. Every little bit of action goes a long way right now. Take slow and steady steps with your dreams. So you may be fearing change, you may be confronted and disbelieving in yourself sometimes. So the positive that the camel brings us is to have strength, foresight and challenge. So use it as a challenge. I know sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes when I keep on feeling like I'm getting blocks every time I'm trying to do maybe something in particular. So just keep, it's only natural that we feel that way, but it's important not to letting your fear or your doubts win. So it's important to keep pushing through this time and flip whatever challenge you're having into an opportunity for you to thrive. So let's have a look at the next card that we're going to get this week. I love getting the camel because we can really lean on the camel for some strength to keep going. And an interesting fact also about the camel is that that they have the ability. The facts are actually in the pocketbook that you get with the Dreamtime Colouring In book set, and says that the camel has this resilience to keep going when in high temperatures and high heat, because they can store water in their humps. So if you want somewhere to start and you haven't got your card deck yet, I recommend getting the Dreamtime Colouring In book set. So the next card we got this week is, oh my gosh, Crocodile. I am powerful, and this is probably a card that we're really needing to be reminded of lately, giving us the message: when I release what no longer serves me from my life, I've become more powerful. And we always need to be reminded of that, because sometimes we're still recognizing the things that aren't serving us. We may not even be aware at this time what it is that we need to release that isn't serving us. And so it's important to come to a realization about that if you haven't already. And I'll tell you something interesting about this card. This painting actually that I still have in my possession today, are my 1 meter paintings of my Dreamtime collection. That the crocodile, I did the crocodile when I was going through one of the worst situations of my life. And so I was trying to figure out how I could get out of this situation, and how I was going to improve my life, and how I could do that basically on my own. Because sometimes you don't always have the support around you that you need, and to change situations, and if you don't, then that's okay, because you have the strength to get through whatever it is, even with the lack of support you may have around you, or you may have just very little support. So don't worry too much. If you have support, that's great. Rely on any kind of support that is around you during this time. The purpose of the crocodile dreaming is to truly understand the source of your own power, because it lies in your hands and not in another. The guidance during this time, now that you've chosen crocodile is telling you it's a time to take back your power. Listen carefully to what your intuition is telling you, which is following on from the dingo, the first card that we pulled out last week to do with the dingo. So listen to your intuition and the journey of your songline dreaming, which is the first card in this deck, and take notice of where the journey is leading you. Is it leading you down a disempowering track, or is it one that will help you to grow? So this is an important question to ask yourself at this time. The action step to do with Crocodile this week is that your soul is going to thrive by taking action to push yourself out of a situation which is causing you to feel hurt and stuck. Allow yourself to be free by walking away from this track which has been putting you down emotionally, physically or spiritually, and it's going to take all the strength that you have to do this. So yes, I'm cheering you on. Give yourself the permission to leave so that you can take back your power. You are powerful, so don't be afraid. And I'm proof of being on the other side of a challenging situation. So if I can do it, you can do it as well. And so the negative, you may be feeling hurt and stuck, and you may be procrastinating. So the positive is take action. You can grow and you can change. It's just taking the first step of what you need to do and going to even call someone and talking about things through if you need to. So these are the two cards that came up this week, which is very different, very different cards this week, and I really like that. So I hope that you do too, and I'll see you again next week. And so yes, just to recap, the two cards that we got this week is with Camel, I am trusting, and with Crocodile, I am powerful. So you may be feeling like discouraged on your path during this time. You may be coming up with a lot of challenges. So it's very important to turn these challenges around into opportunities for you to propel yourself and to thrive. So that is the message of Camel this week, and to trust in this process, and you will reach your goals. And the Crocodile is letting you know to take back your power from a situation that's being causing you to feel disempowered. So it's an important time to recognize what this situation is, where your power is constantly going out, and so you can remove yourself from a situation that's been making you feel stuck and hurt. So I hope you have a great week with these two animals. I know it's a long video this week, but it's a very a lot of things are happening this week with these two cards indicating. So just take some slow and steady steps and take one thing at a time, and everything will work out just fine, because life is made up of up and downs, and so it's makes our life more enriching. I hope you have a great week with these two, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.